If you are struggling in your life to become a truly masculine creature on this planet, then this video is for you. I'm just starting out a new playlist, how to become a truly masculine man. Well, I'm saying this to everybody. These videos of this playlist especially are not for females. I'm just helping out the males in the entire world who lost the true essence of masculinity because either our parents was not masculine, either the society tends to make us weak, feminine in this life, and there are a couple of factors which truly suppresses the masculinity in ourselves, and that's why we lost. That's why in the today's society we can see a lot of gay, lot of that type of people who are just describing them, don't identify themselves as a male or female. So this playlist is especially for the males who really wants to understand what it needs to be a truly masculine man, what it truly means to be a masculine man who wants to lead others, who wants to become the best version of their life. Because masculinity is all about just wielding your thoughts, your will over others. There are a couple of things which you will truly explore in this videos, but before that, let me give you a brief over idea, and let me tell you that these videos will be harsh. I know this will hurt you a lot because you are not a masculine guy right now, but this will truly help you to understand the true nature of males, how they wield, how they become the best version of their life in this one generation. And apart from this, it will help you to understand how to become happy, how to lead others, and how to follow a path a man needs to follow. Because when I was a child, I was always seeking for to become the best version of my life, either it is in studies, sport, or any field. So when I got 18, I just started finding source how to generate money, because that's the part I thought, if I have the bare minimum money to spend for my resources to purchase some things which I really need in my life, then I am somehow stable in my life and I can start looking out to lead others. Because if you are not able to collect the expenses, or if you are not able to bear your own expenses, how you think you can lead others, how you can think, how you can help out others? So in this video I am going to be harsh and I'm going to describe you a lot of things of a truly masculine man, which I learned from multiple books, and I truly inspired from a book which is The Way of a Man, and I will share those findings of these books and as well as my life in which I created businesses, and I went through multiple stages of my life with different work cultures, people, and a bunch of stuff. So always remember, the way of a man is a gang of men. I will let you know the true meaning of this in upcoming 2 to 3 videos, but let's start about the humans and how the males think about them. First of all, you need to understand, whenever someone says to you, you need to become a man, so what they are trying to say, they are trying to say you need to be a man and there is a way to man. You need to find out that way, you need to become that person, and that's how you become a man. I know it's quite confusing, but always remember, there's no such thing like to be a man. There's a way to man, there's a path to man, there's a way which cultivates the habits, the things in you which truly make you a masculine man. So you already understand that in the today's world, most of the humans are in corporate world. You can see if they are doing business, they also have a group of gangs. So always remember, when we started living on this planet, we are social animals. We need to interact with each other. We need to help out each other. We need to lead each other. This is in our genes. So you can't take out these things from your genes. So whenever you feel alone, you always think, I need somebody with me. I need someone with me to share my thoughts to, whatever the things is running in your mind. And a lot of males can relate to my thoughts, like the age group. You are between 25 to 35. And if you are a teenager, you will understand this harsh in your life, that we seek approval from women in today's society. But in the primitive society, what we really want, males want approval from other males. Let me give you a brief overview about that. So women try to take up the life of a man and try to take up the masculinity of a man, to understand that if we take out the masculinity from the man, we will teach them, especially women can teach men how to become a true man. That's truly garbage, because women was truly attractive to the males who are more masculine in their personality, in their life, and now they are trying to steal that thing from ourselves to teach us how to become a masculine. Can't you think how cringe that thing a feminine is telling us how to become a masculine man in this world? I know some of feminist men will take this thing in a wrong way, but I just want you to understand, we never try to seek approval from women. If you are a teenager, you are just getting attracted to a female. You are not trying to get approval from them. You are just trying to bond with them, have sex with them such type of things. But if you in our age group of 25 to 35, you truly understand that we just wanted approval from our guy friends, from male friends, from our male society, that whether we are doing fine or not, whatever the things we are accomplishing in our life, it is up to the mark or not. I'm just giving you a brief example. Let's suppose you have 2 to 3 close friends, you are sitting with them, you are laughing on the jokes in the evening, and suddenly one of your male friend is sad, he's confused. He said, I'm quite surprised whether I'm doing fine in my life or not, whether I'm living the best version of my life or not. Suddenly those two person who were laughing, they start giving him two advice. No, you are not doing. If these thoughts are coming in your mind, either you are progressing in your life, either you are not doing anything in your life. So you need to understand, our male friends can easily judge us, can help us out in our situation. So men always seek approvals from other men. Let me give you another example. So if you read out any book, if you see any movie in which they show us the hierarchy of the kingdom, so males who are on the close to the king, they always seek approval whether our thoughts are good or not, whether they will help our society or not, such kind of stuff. So men always take approval from other men to become better. In our today's society, how government and wealthy people tricked us that they think the true purpose of a man is to collect wealth and to earn a lot of money, to visit nice places, which is a good part of our life, but this is not true. They just want us to take a lot of responsibility in our life and to fulfill our duty and our obligations. And there's a second part of a man who believe in the spiritual things, who believe there is a calm thought process a man must attain, and a bunch of stuff. So what they are doing, they are pushing us to our spiritual endeavor, which is a part of our life, but which is not a true whole part of our life. So you need to understand, if you are confused how to become a truly masculine man, so what you are doing is you are listening to other types of ideologies of man. So you are listening to such spiritual people, such wealthy people, such fittest peoples of the world. That's why you are having a multiple ideology in your mind, and you are not able to discover what is the true masculine man means to be. So in our primitive time, what happens, the true masculinity you can feel in your gut. Whenever you are encountering any dangerous situation, your gut feeling will tell you how to come out from the situation, how to battle down that situation to the ground. So in the gut, you will always understand that we always seek to make small groups of men. We hunt for something. Either it's your goal, either it's to become wealthy, or whatever the goal you have in the current era. But in the previous era, we were hunting for the food, for the resources, for the women. So if you ask me, Pranshu, what is the true essence of man, how to become a masculine man, and what a masculine man is do in their whole life. So a truly masculine man is a person who derives the parameter, who save and protect their people, who lead their people, make a small group of males who can protect their close people. Afterwards, they achieve multiple dimensions of life, just like they are fittest person, they are doing good with their physical and mental health, they are earning a lot of money, they are social creatures, they are leading others, and lastly they are connected to the God. It is important to connect with the God, but at the end, if you really want to become a masculine man, you need to make small groups and you are going to hunt something. In today's era, we are hunting goals, wealth, and other things, but in the previous era, we were hunting for the resources, for the food and the movement. So goals are changed according to the society, according to the time we are living in, but ultimately those are the resources and the female. So you can always ask back in your mind, why I'm truly attracted towards the female. I will let you know the answer of this in the upcoming video, but let me take you the next part of how to become a man, how to draw a parameter, what is the parameter in your life, and why it must be present in your life. So now we are going to understand what is a parameter, how to draw a parameter, and what is the importance of that parameter in a masculine man life. So if you think about our primitive ancestors, I'm not talking about today's life, you can relate with it, but if I'm talking about the primitive life, like the life our parents were living 100, 200 years ago, our ancestors was living. So there were a small group of people who are fighting to be alive. There were multiple wars in last 200, 300 years. So they were just fighting to stay alive and to pass on their genes to their next generation. So what you need to do, you need to draw a parameter around the people you love, you want to care about, and you need to identify who is in your group, who is outside of your group. Who is in your group, it already becomes us, you and your people, and who is outside of that parameter is become them, who is constantly attacking on you, on your loved ones, to get the resources and the women you have in your life. So you need to understand, whenever you are drawing a parameter, so you can't alone fight with all the predators outside of this parameter. You need to identify that everyone needs to contribute to this group who is inside this parameter. Either they will be exploring food, either they will be taking care of the old ones and other people. And always there will always a factor that your parents will be old and there were some people who are ill, old in your group. You need to take care of. You need to take this decision whether we are going to take care of those person or not. But apart from these person who are ill and old, good, they need to contribute in the wellness of this group inside the pyramid. So let me give you a brief example you can relate with. Hunting and fighting are the primary role in our life. We always are fond of with the games as well as the movies in which they are fighting, they are ruling, they are constantly indulging in brutal battles. You always like, because in the gut you always understand that man loves to fight, man loves to pressurize their will on others, they love to take over, they love to take over the resources of others. I'm not saying that tomorrow you have to go with someone and you just need to start a brutal fight with them, but you need to understand that we always try to hunt, we always try to fight and protect. A truly man who just know how to fight, how to hunt or fight is not a man. A true man understand when he needs to hunt and whom he needs to fight with. So you need to understand whenever you are drawing any parameter, you need to hunt for the resources for yourself and for the people living in that group. Secondly, you need to fight with the people who are trying to steal these resources. So let's suppose you draw that parameter, you're the people whom you are caring for inside the, now you are trying to get some food for them. So you are going for a hunt, right? You are going to hunt to some animals for the food purpose, and when you are stepping out of your parameter, okay, there will be a lot of things. There can be predators who are going to fight with you, there can be people who are trying to hunt you down. There are a couple of dangerous activities that can happen when you step outside of your parameter, and that's the true essence. You start feeling fear in your gut, but at that time your testosterone spikes up and you feel a rush of adrenaline in your veins, and you start going for a hunt. You are hunting, you are exploring new places, you are doing a bunch of stuff. So that adrenaline rush will navigate you to the true part of your life. So whenever you are encountering any fear, God already put our protecting gears in our body, so your body can withstand with any type of damage and any type of fearful or danger activity outside of your parameter. It's just how you are conditioning yourself. So you need to understand, you need to hunt food and resources for your people, as well as you need to fight with the, you can say, predators, aliens, humans, or the undead peoples, because if they want the resources or the things you have in your parameter, they are going for it, they will fight for it, and you need to fight back, and you need to understand who is in the group which will stand back with you to fight with these people outside of your parameter, or which will walk away. So the people who walk away in such kind of scenarios, they are not the people who needs to be in your parameter. Just throw them out. Just truly understand, if you all the people in that parameter is not going to support each other, they are not going else. So now I'm going to teach you how to draw that parameter and how to protect. So before teaching you out how to draw a parameter, I need you to understand that whenever any predator or any human wants the things, the resources you have, they are going to fight with you, okay? But you need to identify who are the players which can help you to fight with them, and how good they are at the fighting. Either they are good in making some defenses, either they are good in the front foot fighting with others, or what thing. You need to identify these things. And did you ever thought this thing, why always men take responsibility, why always men went for wars, and why they are always constantly protecting their cared ones? Why not females can do such type of stuff? So I know feminine will love this quote, but the reason is man never gets pregnant. Men really got some, you can say, attention from other people until they achieve something. Men are aggressive teachers and they really do nursing. So if you understand these points, they never take a lot of time for the care of other persons. And if we talk about the passing out our generation to another generation, our genes to another generation, it hardly takes 5 to 10 minutes. But for a female, it will take 9 months to carry that baby and to give a birth to that baby. So men are more free in their nature. And if you truly understand what is running in your back mind, you always love to play aggressive plays, aggressive battles, aggressive things, because we are hardwired accordingly, and we always compete for the status. We always play games in our childhood. So did you ever thought that whenever you are fighting with other people, so whenever you are learning new strategies, you are becoming happy because your body is giving dopamine hit. So when it comes to the primitive age, your ancestors were fighting with the predators, animals, humans, and when they win, they got a dopamine hit in their body, they start feeling happy. So this is the way how men channelize their aggression. And secondly, they always fight for the status, because it's a harsh fact for a man that nobody cares about a man until he is wealthy, he is physically well, he is mentally well, he is good with social people, and he is a spiritual teacher. That's a harsh truth of a man. Every man needs to understand. So you need to understand, you will always be fighting for the status, either for more money, more people in your life, and that's how we grow in our life. Because when we are fighting for the status, we are facing new challenges in our life, and these challenges truly shape us who we are today. So if I talk about myself, I started my first business at the age of 18 18 because I was too curious to develop a business and to earn some money in order to manage my expenses. Later on, I indulged in multiple businesses. I grow that. Afterwards, I jumped in the corporate world because a year which is truly broken for me, for my family side, for my loved ones, and for my financial side also. So that was a dampen year in my life, but that shaped me who I am today. I can manage any battle. I can manage any type of stress in my life because in last 5 to 6 years I went through that struggle. So whenever any struggle came, whenever you are fighting for any status, because my status was to make a good amount of money so I can take care of my family, I can protect them. Afterwards, my point was that I am physically well, I am doing well physically, and such type of things I really wanted on my life, and they are the truly status of a creature in this planet. So whenever you are fighting for that status, you will get a lot of struggle. If you talk about when I was from 18 to 22, there were a lot of struggles in my life, and I was truly shattered into pieces, but I sharpened my mind, I sharpened my body, and I did well. Now I am at a good place. I can't share the figures, but I'm at a good place. So such type of things we always strive for. And when you get such statuses, whenever you get a feedback from your family, you are protecting well with them, you will become the most happy person in this planet. Afterwards, there's a difference between party gang and a real gang of males. So what does this mean? You will understand that every male constant war with other males living in that society, in that area, in that country, because every other male is trying to steal the resources by fighting with that person. Just like I gave you example in the earlier video, whenever you are walking or running on any street, and whenever you encounter any male in front of you, first thought in your mind will, can I beat this guy to the ground or not? Afterwards, you think other things like what is the personality of that person and other couple of things. So you need to understand, if you are a loner, you are going nowhere because you will be hunting for food, your body needs rest, and whenever you are taking rest, you are alone. Someone can kill you, a predator or a human, for your resources. So it's important to make small gangs around yourself, help them, they will help you, and you will do good in your life. Let me give you a brief example. As a male, we truly relate with the chimpanzees because they are muscular, they protect for their kids and the family, they protect their tribe group, they care for them, they hunt food for them. So whatever the challenges come, those alpha males will first encounter them and beat the shit to the ground. So that's how we can live with them, and that's what we want. Humans are also a creatures, and such type of things we also see in our life. So if you want me to describe the group of people, so just like you can example first army, afterward we have brigades, then regiments, then company, then platoon, then a whole group of people. So whenever the size of the group increases, your chances of the loyalty, the chances to stand back for other person decreases. So that was a scientific study that a male in his life can make a relation with 150 people at max. So you can understand with this example, whenever you are encountering any situation, you can't rely on those 150 people because they are also facing some challenges in their life. But if your group is less, then you can share with your problems with them and they can help you out. Just like the example I shared earlier, you have a friend circle, they are only 2 to 5 people, and if you share your problem with them, they will truly understand you, help you out in this situation. But if you share your situation to 100 of people, some of them will listen, some of them will ignore it, and only few of them will help you out. So it's always important to make small groups because these small groups will fight with other small groups and further become the larger group. Let me give you another example. If we see any sports team, they hardly have 10 to 11 members because if the number of males increase in a group, they have other priorities, they can't stand back with each other, they are not loyal with each other. So it's really important to make a gang of males rather than a party gang, huge gang. So if you ask me the numbers of a gang in which every male is loyal to each other, is helping each other to collect the resources, then it will be around 2 to 5 max. So now we are going to understand how to draw the parameter after understanding the difference between party gang and the male gang. So now we are going to understand how to draw a parameter, what is the need for this, and why a parameter can save us from others outside of this parameter. So first of all, you need to understand that reason to create that parameter. Everyone can live together? No, that's a reason because everyone has separate priorities in their life, everyone have a different thought process in their life, so they can't be all together. You need to divide them into a small group. So why you want to create a parameter? There are 4 reasons for that. First of all, for whole day, right? There are limited resources on this planet and you are going to hunt. You need to get that food or resources back to your parameter or some place where you can collect it, or you can use that as a feed for your cared ones. That's why you need a place, a parameter. Second is your body can't hunt or fight whole day. Your body needs some rest. So there must be a secured place where you can sleep, so no danger animal can attack on you. Third point is to take care of your loved ones. You can't expose them all the time to the danger. You need a safe place to protect them, to take care of them. That's why you need to draw a parameter. And lastly is that's a long life. You can't live a long life help alone. So you need some males who can back up you up, who can hone your skills much better level, and they can help you out in multiple situations. These are the four important criteria why you need to draw a parameter. And let me give you an example. Let's suppose you went for a hunt with your male buddy. So some male buddies need to be in that parameter, otherwise some danger animals, predators or any other human can attack on that parameter and take away your loved ones. So that's an important part why you need to draw a parameter. And the most important part is you need to understand who is in that parameter, who is out of that parameter. Whoever is in that parameter, it will be us, just like I stated earlier, and whoever is outside of that parameter, it will be them. So it will always a constant fight between us and them. So you need to understand how to protect, how you are going to take care of your loved ones inside that parameter, and how you can sharpen the defense of that parameter to save yourself from the predators and other people. And there's a saying that if you, there are a couple of men fighting on a battleground, if you give them a status, if you can give them a goal, they will come up with small groups and they will fight with each other rather than fighting with alone. But if you give them a unified reason to fight for, all the people in that gang or in that battlefield will come together to fight for that unified reason. So in a life there must be some goals, there must be unified goals which you all together hunt for. That's the reason you need to draw a parameter. You need to understand who I am going to in this parameter, who I am going to send that person outside of that parameter, and afterwards you need to understand how you are going to sharpen your skills. If that person does not have that skill, you need to throw them out, or you need to understand how you are going to hone that person's skills over the period of time. So you need to find out the buddies which can take care multiple areas of your parameter or of your life, because some males are good at hunting, some males are good at taking care of the people, some men are good at making defenses, some men are good with the strategies. So every man has a specialty in their life, so you need to find out that specialty and help them to hone their skill in order to safeguard your parameter. Afterwards, a role apart, you need to understand that if I am putting somebody in my parameter, so they have the responsibility to take care of my people, they have a responsibility to stand back for each other, and lastly we are going to share the resources with that person. So that person must bring something on the table in order to inside that parameter. Afterwards, you will understand when you start building small groups of people which are like-minded, which have unified reasons in their life, you will see that your growth under a period of time will become 10x or 100x. Let's suppose you are accomplishing a goal in 3 years, but if you can make a group of males with each other within a parameter, and you give them a unified reason, the reason you have in your life, and all of them will strike for the same, then you can achieve that goal within a year or within 6 months, because you got more power, you got much more people and much more thought process which can help you out in this scenario. So parameter will not only safeguard you or will protect your care ones or will hunt for the resources, they will help you to achieve your goal faster in your life. So try to make a small group, try to define your parameter, try to understand who is going to in that parameter, who is going to out of that parameter, and lastly it's totally up to you, because whoever you are putting in, they will be the responsible for your loved ones. So let's suppose if you are out for a hunt and some predators attacked on your parameter, so if they are not good with attacking and the defenses, your loved one also gonna die. So if someone talk about me, I just want some people on my table who can protect my loved ones, my things which I earned hardly in my life if I am not there. And same goes with them. I will take care of their loved ones, of them, of the hard things they earned in their life. And if you can do such simple stuffs in your life, you will start feeling happy. You will start feeling that I am conquering something in my life. And I just forgot to share one more thing with you. Whenever you are conquering something, you will feel terrible happy, because you are hunting for something. And just like I said, hunting and fighting are the primary roles of masculine. So if you are conquering some goals, if you are on a journey, you will feel a lot of dopamine hits throughout the journey. And I'm not saying that dopamine hits are bad or good for you. It's totally up to you how you are managing these things back in your mind. But the real part is, if you get constant dopamine hits, if you are conquering you are becoming the best version of your life, because they are sharpening your physical strength, your mental strength, your social strength, and obviously the economical strength too. But the part is, your whole areas of life will be improved. So in the upcoming videos, I'm going to share the tactical virtues, or you can say the real virtues of a masculine man he needs to hone in the life. First, we understand what is the gang of man, how masculine man thinks. Now we are going to understand what skills he needs to hone in his life in order to become better person. And first of all, this playlist is for you just to keep upgrading yourself and to become a masculine man. But if you really want to become well in social and economical terms, if you really want to become a wealthy person, then I shared a playlist. I am dropping multiple videos how to grow your business from $0 to $1 million in upcoming 1 to 3 years. So you can watch out that video here.